So my wife and I were recently staying in downtown Boise, Idaho, which is a really cool place for bars and restaurants. It's bustling with people, and we'd walk into some restaurants and they'd be packed. All right, there'd be like a 30-minute wait. And then we walk into others and there would be 4 people in there. All right, it would be on the same street, like 300 feet down the street. Why? Well, it's because the bars and restaurants that are packed are the ones that are taking the right actions to get the people into the restaurant and to get them to come back again and again. While the empty restaurants are relying on their food menu or their beers on tap or their great service, or maybe they're just hoping for the best. But today, in this video, I'm going to show you how I teach bar and restaurant owners to pack their restaurants with 7 powerful and proven strategies to grow your sales. And if you're new to this channel, make sure to subscribe because providing awesome tips, tricks, and strategies to run a mega successful bar and restaurant is what we do here. All right, if you didn't catch my last video on which is better to focus on, cutting costs or growing sales, you can go watch that. But in these next 2 videos, I'm going to give you the strategies for both growing sales and cutting costs, because implementing smart strategies on both sides can greatly increase your profits, obviously. All right, so don't just watch this video and then go back to eating Cheetos and playing Clash of Clans on your phone. Get after it. All right, today's video will be on growing sales. Then the next one's going to be on cutting costs. All right, take these strategies, the ones you like, or even start with just one. All right, make a plan and take action. All right, at any time, you can also click up here and get your free copy of my 102-page book, Bar Profit Maximizers. It's a 12-step guide that is outperforming chain bars and restaurants. Now, I like to help in any way I can. All right, I'm giving that to you for free. I'll also have that link in the description. Okay, so let's get into growing your restaurant sales. All right, these aren't the only strategies, but in my experience, they are the most potent and effective strategies. It's the best fuel that you can throw on the fire for explosive results. Okay, so strategy 1, get more new people in your restaurant. And that might seem obvious, but it needs to be a focus at the forefront of your plans. You need to ask, what are we doing to attract new customers? And if you look online, you'll see blog posts like run promotions, provide live music, offer cooking classes. And that's all well and good, but that's not like how to get them there. Like, how would they ever even know about those things unless they happen to stumble upon your restaurant just walking down the street? All right, so your starting point to get new customers are things like posting on social media, which seems obvious, but it's true, like Facebook. Although Facebook now makes it nearly impossible for your followers to even see your posts unless you advertise, but it's still worth it. All right, post lots of pics of your food and your drinks. Pictures are really powerful visually, and this can also show up in the search results on Google when they search for good restaurants in their area. Okay, you also need to make sure that you have a good website that is SEO friendly. And if you don't know how to do that, hire someone. It's important because get this, 86% of people who are looking to eat out will first go to the restaurant websites to see what they're all about. And if you don't have a good website, or worse yet, they can't even find your website when they Google restaurants near me, you're screwed. That's 86%. That's a big portion of the population to steer to your restaurant by having a good website. Also a big portion to lose out on if you don't have it. Okay, in addition, if you show up on Yelp or you belong to like a reservation system like OpenTable, you're also going to show up in the rankings as well. So now that I think about it and now that I'm talking about it, perhaps I'll do a separate video on SEO, which is search engine optimization, and building a good website and making sure your website shows up in the rankings, because we don't have time to do that on this video. All right, but gaining new customers' attention is the first thing to do. New people means more people, which means more sales, obviously. Okay, so moving on to strategy 2, which is use text and email marketing. And I get torn on which strategy to grow your sales is the most important, but this just might be it. All right, and the reason I'm reluctant to get into it sometimes is because I can see owners' faces when I mention it. They're like, text marketing, email marketing, that sounds like a lot of work. And besides, I don't really know what I'm doing, and doing new stuff is hard. All right, you got to get over your fear of technology and putting in new systems. Okay, you've got to keep up with the most effective ways to succeed. Like, you aren't still using the yellow pages to advertise to restaurants. And if you are, you might as well jump down a manhole and end it all. All right, you've got to embrace new ways and better ways, and text and email marketing are those new and better ways. All right, so powerfully effective. It's your key to printing money, basically. All right, so here's a quick rundown. You can do both, or you can just choose one to start. All right, first you're going to need a text marketing and/or email marketing service. And I have videos on both text and email marketing. You can go check those out. But once those are set up, your best way to grow your list is to offer something for free, like a free appetizer, for example, in exchange for their email or their phone number. All right, as the saying goes, the money is in the list. So the more people you have on your list, the more money you make. Oh, excuse me, I got something in my throat. Because you're able to text or email your list of followers with interesting facts about your restaurant, your staff, your theme nights, your food, your cocktails, your specials that you're running. You're building a relationship with them and reminding them that you're even there. All right, 90% of the reason new customers don't come back after the first time is they don't remember to. But when a text or email pops up, they're like, oh yeah, Dave's Bar and Grill. Love that place. And they have trivia tonight? No way. Let's go. Got it? All right, strategy number 3, upselling. And I've talked a lot about this in other videos already, but I'm going to talk about it again because even though I know that 99.9827% of you know that upselling is a good thing to do, I imagine that 95.461% of you don't really train your staff to do it or enforce it on a daily basis. You have no idea how much it can increase your sales. All right, I already have a video on this as well. You can go watch, but check this out. Let's say that you get 40 tables per day on average. And say that your staff upsells just $5 per table on average, which is so low. All right, if you train your staff well on upselling, that average is going to be way above that. But let's just be conservative. Let's say that $5 for now, that's an extra $200 per day. And that doesn't sound that great, but let's multiply that over a year, and you get an extra $73,000 in your pocket just to get your servers and bartenders to make suggestive upsells. And again, that's a conservative example. That number could be an extra $250,000 in your pocket. So don't take upselling lightly. Make it a part of your culture. Strategy number 4, QR code order and pay system. Now, this strategy is still fairly new at the time of this video was released. I mean, most of you know about scanning the QR code at the table to bring up your menu, as well as the ability for the guests to order directly from their phones. This goes straight to the kitchen or the bar, and then the runners bring out the food and drinks. All right, not only can you lower labor using this system, but it is a fact that customers will order, on average, up to 30% more on their phones than they will from a live person. Because the live person makes them feel like rushed, whereas their phones, they can just sit and peruse the menu, add stuff to their cart. Plus, all the upsells that we just talked about are right in front of their faces. All right, they're being sold to, and they don't even know it. All right, now, there are mixed feelings from owners and managers on putting this system into place because it's new for their guests, and they might have pushback on something new because nobody likes something new when it first comes out, right? They like familiarity. Like when Facebook came out, you had all those people saying, I'm not doing that. I like my privacy. I don't need other people prying into my life. And now those same people are posting like 6 times per day about how their kid got like an A in jump rope or whatever. Or they're like, having Cheerios for breakfast and cleaning my toenails. In other words, people adapt and soon find out that the new way of doing things is usually better, or at the very least, it becomes familiar and they adapt to a new way of doing things. So if you don't have an order and pay system, you can go look at something like GoTab, or you might have it built into your POS system already. If you have a system like Lightspeed, this is a strategy that can grow your sales on autopilot. All right, strategy number 5, build repeat customers, or regulars, as is the customary term. When running a business, this is the most important strategy in your entire existence, in the entire universe, into the black holes and infinite space beyond, period. All right, this is like recurring revenue compared to like a one-off sale. All right, for instance, would you rather have a business that sells puppies, or would you want to have a business that charges people $29 per month as a subscription plan that provides all sorts of information to dog owners on how to train and raise and care for puppies? All right, with the one-off puppy sale, I have to constantly market and track down new people to buy my puppies. But with the recurring revenue subscription, those same people pay me money every month, and I don't have to acquire them through marketing dollars. Getting loyal regulars at your restaurant is like signing them up to a subscription plan. They aren't Googling you anymore. You don't have to pay to find them somehow and market to them. It's gold. I'm telling you. So there are multiple ways to lock in new customers and turn them into regulars. Again, I'm not going to give you a full tutorial here on this video. I have a video on growing your regulars that goes into more detail. It includes things like having a customer loyalty program, using the TAFR method, which I love, and email and text marketing. And of course, the most traditional and effective way to gain new regulars is to treat them like royalty. Customer service is still king when it comes to building regulars. You can have all the strategies and most brilliant emails sent out, but if they don't feel special when they come in, they're not coming back. All right, you have to make them feel important, and you have to make this strategy important because here's the only stat you need to know. If you grow your regulars by just 5%, it can increase your revenue by 80 to 90%. Need I say more? I say that I need not to, that I need to not, whatever. All right, strategy number 6, get involved in the community. That means getting to know the surrounding stores on your block and perhaps working out a joint venture in which people coming into your place get something at their place if they mention you and vice versa. But getting involved in the community also means being there for the community. All right, sponsor youth teams and then get them to come in after the games. You know, how many families is that? That's a ton. It's easy to build regulars like that. Get involved in something local that shows you care. Perhaps there was like a local tragedy or a tornado or earthquake or some sort of crime. Volunteer your time and the name of your restaurant to show you care about the community. Think about it. There's no place you'd rather give your business to than the business who cares about the people who live there. All right, if you become the heart and soul of the town, you become the center of the universe for where to go. Okay, does that make sense? All right, and then finally, strategy number 7, provide a great online ordering experience. This might seem cliche. Many of you may already have an online ordering, but are you promoting it as well as you should? All right, the great thing about to-go food is that they don't take up table space. It's like turning tables in 0 seconds. And so if you have a QR code for your menu, as you should, you can create magnets with your QR code on them that you hand out and tell your customers, put this magnet on your refrigerator when you get home. All right, and then they're gonna have easy access to your menu so that they can order some food when they're hungry. All right, this is one of my favorite strategies because at any time someone's hungry and they walk into the kitchen and they see your QR code staring at them from the fridge, it just reminds them like, oh yeah, I don't want to cook. I love this place. Let's get some takeout. Instant sales booster. All right, but you can use your imagination to get them to order more online, especially with text and email marketing. You can put those things right in their face so they don't forget you. Okay, so with these 7 strategies, it's a lot, so I can't go into great detail about each one or we'd be here for 3 days, but I wanted to give you something that will allow you to formulate a plan of attack so you can start doing some smart things to grow your regulars and grow your sales. Again, I already have some videos out on some of these strategies individually, and I will be putting out more here in the near future so you can really dive deep. Okay, and then in the next video, as I mentioned, we're going to talk about cutting cost strategies so that you are increasing revenue on both sides. All right, now increasing revenue, increasing your profits on both sides. And just as a reminder, don't get overwhelmed here. All right, take one strategy you like and make a plan and go after it. And once you master that, you can take on another one. Nobody is expecting you to put in 39 strategies at once and change your business overnight. Okay, so I hope this has helped. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I really do appreciate it. I am going to see you next time. I am out.